When you go on vacation, there are lots of ways you can get where you're going. One of the ways might be to travel by, well, it's probably a little bit too small. Or you could take something like this. But on second thoughts, I don't think this floats very well. This is the best way to travel, especially if you're going to Catalina. So join me, John Clayton, and my co-host,
Jessica MacKay,
as we head to the fabulous island of Catalina. We're talking with Greg Bombard, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Catalina Express. What would you tell them about the ship and what it offers and all those kinds of things?
Get ready for a fun cruise. We've started this company in 1981 and we've progressed through a lot of different boats as we've built the company. And now in the later days, we're 29 years in and we've developed some vessels that we think are a lot of fun for the people. So we like to think that people's trip starts here with us. The boats that we operate here at Catalina Express, every one of them we've been involved in the design and the makeup of the vessel to fit within what our guidelines are for what we want the people to enjoy. And in this channel, we like the people to enjoy what we're going to see on the way across, whether that's porpoise, blue whales, gray whales, the migration of the different whale population that comes down our coast and back up our coast. So you want the people to be able to enjoy the trip and actually get outside. And in our route here, you can let the people enjoy a little bit more. We need to be there in an hour, so we really need to be able to operate at about 32 to 34 knots.
For people watching, say, what is your website and is there a phone number?
There is. It's catalinaexpress.com, and the phone number, the easiest one to get a hold of us going through reservations, is 310-519-1212. Go over there to enjoy yourself. It's a great place to get away to. There's no reason to have to wear a suit and tie. I think that Catalina, again, is points towards casual, so we operate the company as a casual, comfortable company.
I see that you've been kind enough to put us in the Commodore Lounge or Commodore class. What is that?
It's a class we came up to when we started building the catamarans. Some people asked us for a little bit more amenity that what be
first class.
First class, absolutely. But we look at the boat as all first class. This accommodation just allows you to get a cocktail on the house or a free soda or whatever you'd like. Primary boarding, meaning first on board. The Commodore Lounge offers something a little different.
It wouldn't be possible to think about going to Catalina unless you think about two things. One is the Great White Steamship, and the other is, I remember being an airplane buff, coming and seeing the flying boats to Catalina.
And that's exactly right. And as I grew up, I was born on the island, so I'm very familiar with what the steamer did all through the 30s and 40s and the 50s, and finally went away in the early 60s. And actually what we've done is caught on, and we've become large, if you want to call them seaplanes. That's really the scale of service that we went after in the beginning.
Greg, thank you very much. A very interesting interview.
Well, John, thank you. And here's one of our vessels just returning from the island. So this one is Starship Express, another catamaran. And
you laid this on just so it came at the end of our interview.
Timing's everything, isn't it?
Some very interesting stuff about the houses. Why are they all so close together?
This is down on the area that we call the Flats. It used to be a tent city at the turn of the century where people would come over and they would actually camp in these striped awning tents. They would do that summer after summer. And then when the Wrigleys bought the island in 1919, those properties became available for people to purchase. And at that time, they would build a wind break or some sort of roof for shade, and these houses literally evolved from the original tents. And as they redo them these days, they sometimes still encounter that original striped awning in between layers and layers of walls. So it's like a seashell.
So let's go check out my room. I am in The very last one at the end, the Capri room, and it's along this really, really adorable corridor. So, let's check out what's inside. Opens straight up into this enormous bed, extremely soft. And of course, we have an in-room fireplace, which not many hotels have that anymore. And then, of course, a gorgeous terrace with a really spectacular view of the harbor. This is a really great view. I can see all the boats in the harbor, including the boat I came over, the Catalina Express. I have a lovely view of the casino from right here, and I get to people watch all day long. And my personal favorite part of the room is the bathroom. Let's see, we have floor to ceiling marble, a huge tub, glass enclosed shower, and everything just screams elegance and loveliness, even down to the tissue paper flower on top of the toilet. Well, it's been a really fun but kind of long day here on Catalina Island, so it's time for me to get some rest and for you to go.